Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Arkham Horror. And situation is desperate. Doomtrack is at 11. Cthulhu will awake in, well, there are 2 more Doom tokens there. We're far from being able of closing all the gates. We're far from being able of sealing all the gates. We managed to seal 2 of them, but because of a rumor we lost basically all clue tokens that were on the board, and with the investigators overall more than 20, and that obviously totally destroyed the game for us. So I think the only option left is trying to go on a direct confrontation, taking full risk and fighting Cthulhu. The situation is not quite as bad as it seems. So the attacks of Cthulhu, basically what it means that the maximum sanity of the investigators and the maximum stamina is reduced by 1 each turn. I mean, they kind of start with 1 less right from the beginning, which sucks, but apart from that it is reduced by 1 each turn. Which doesn't mean they take hits, right? It's just like they lose the maximum sanity, and just if their maximum sanity goes kind of below their actual sanity or stamina, then they will of course lose sanity or stamina. So it doesn't really matter how much they have of each of them right now. This guy has 4 or 1 stamina. It doesn't really make a difference because well, he can basically fight for 3 turns, because right now he has a maximum stamina of 3, because it is already reduced by 1. And yeah, so he can basically fight for 3 turns, and that's it. No matter how much stamina he actually has. Which is kind of an advantage, I think. In addition, I want to prepare for the final battle, gaining as much blessings as possible. I might be able to call the Ancient One with the spell, and I might be able to remove a few Doom tokens that way. We got the Golden Trumpet here, where I could place 3 sanity, for example. She's overall at 5 sanity. I could technically go down to 1 sanity with her, so that means I could basically remove 6 Doom tokens here. That brings me to a -6 casting modifier, but I might simply burn through my clue tokens, which allows me to roll a single die anyway. And I can do that multiple times, so therefore I think there's a good chance I get this spell casted even with a modifier of -6 or something. So in that way I could remove quite a few clue tokens here. We have good weapons. One guy can use the 8-in Derringer and the cavalry saber. One person the Ithian rifle. We have another Ithian rifle here, and finally a shotgun. So we are in a fairly good shape. However, there's a big problem. These 2 gates in Kingsport. And the problem is that these, well, house rules that I find on BGG that I'm following is they, to make the Kingsport board more interesting, they basically tell if there are still open gates in Kingsport, by the time the Ancient One awakens, for each gate you need an additional success to remove 1 of these Doom tokens, which means we would need 6 successes right now to remove a single Doom token. That is obviously horrible. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try to actually close at least 1 of these gates risking to lose one of the guys in another world. When the Ancient One awakens, he will be lost in time and space if he didn't manage to come back. But honestly, I don't see another way here, right? I have no chance if there are 6 gates, if there are 6 hits necessary to remove a single token. 5 is going to be hard enough. I don't know if I will be able to close a second gate up here. I doubt it. But you never know. You never know. Okay. So let's start it, and the next player will be Lola Hayes. Now she's sitting here, and I think she also goes for a blessing, simply. So there's not a lot to fiddle around here. I mean, yeah. She simply tries to get a blessing. Okay. Lola, well, I already moved her. Trish, you know what? I want to try. Maybe I can actually still make it to one of these gates and close it. I really doubt it, but I don't see any reason at all why I shouldn't try. So I'm going to move. I got my motorcycle. Going to exhaust that one and then move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the train station, and the next turn I could then go to here and make it to the artists' colony in Kingsport. And you never know, right? Sometimes it takes a while till this fills up. Jim, well, Jim has first we got to go with Patrice. So Patrice is sitting here at the general store now. She moves out here, and I think, I'm not even totally sure about that, I think she has to do a horror check first for this thing here before she can try to evade it. So that's a -1. She's got a will of 3, so she has 2 dice, and let's see. And she fucked that up. So, shit. That kind of sucks. It really does. Do I want to use the clue token or not? Shit. Shit. I think I will. Problem is if I don't, but I also kind of need a clue token for Jim. Well, but if I use my sanity tokens, I cannot use them to call the Ancient One anymore. Well, but maybe someone else might do that. So yeah, okay, fuck it. I'm going to spend the sanity then instead. So I'm going to lose 2 because of the failed horror check. But now I can use my disguise ability. After making any evade check, exhaust to add 1 success to the result. Well, technically it doesn't make a sense to try to evade. I got a +0 and... actually I got a sneak of 1, so let's see. Ah, look at that, I made it. Okay, cool, so I was doing well here. And then I can continue moving. We got a speed of 4, so it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can make it to the South Church, which is pretty awesome. Okay, cool. And Jim is then trying to go here to send Erasmus home, and he's got to evade that guy, the deep one. We got a +0 modifier here. He's got a sneak value of 2, which isn't too great at all. So let's see. And he did it! Well, that's cool. That's really awesome. But I forgot about the horror check, actually. Which is a -2. He also has... that sucks. Okay, so that means he is sitting on a will of 2. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm gonna take that hit, and I'm gonna spend 2 sanity. Okay. Okay, so I kind of made a mistake here. Actually, the horror checks are not done before the evade check, but only if the combat starts. So basically that means that both of these guys, Jim as well as Patrice, regain their 2... they regained their 2 sanity because I simply was successful in evading the monsters. So now we come to the encounter phase, and we start again with Lola, and Lola will trade one of her trophies for a blessing. Now I'm not totally sure who's gonna gain that blessing, to be honest. When it comes to fighting, Jim Culver is the worst guy. There's no doubt about that. However, he's also the one who's trying to close the gate over there. So maybe it would be kind of cool for him to get some help. I'm really considering that. I mean, he only has a fight of 3. The others have a fight of 4. It's not such a big deal. I mean, it's a die. Hard to tell. What's more important now? Interesting question. You know, I'm going to give it to Jim. I think I'm going to give the blessing to Jim. We need all the help we can get to close that gate. So, yeah, I'm going to get... And maybe I might even have the chance to get a second blessing somehow if I... Maybe I can get another trophy for monsters or something. Okay, so that was her. Trish is sitting at the train station, so she has an encounter there. Joey the rat is huddled in the shadows of the train station and motions for you to come over. He has an item for sale. Draw the top common item card and pay $1 more than list price if you wish to purchase it. Okay, well, that's not gonna happen, I guess. I'm sitting on a single $1, but I'm gonna draw the item anyway. That's a carbine rifle. That's a shame. Wow, that's a shame, man. That would be an awesome item. But I don't have the money to get it. That really sucks. That's a fantastic item. It only takes a single slot, only takes a single hand. You get 5+. That would have given us a lot of additional dice in fighting the Ancient One, because you can refresh between all the fight rounds. It's like an upkeep round between the fight rounds. But yeah, sadly I'm out of money. Patrice, well, she also spends her gate trophy to get a blessing for herself, I guess. And Jim Culver gets sucked into the underworld, which is over here. And there he will have an encounter. So let's see. Okay, that's from here. It's kind of these purple and green ones, I think. Oh, and well, they all have a green encounter anyway. Okay, that is the king in yellow here. Discard this card and draw again. Great. Wait a minute. Yeah, green, of course. There we go. The underworld. Learn what these visions may tell at physical cost, or flee sparing your wits. You must choose to either gain 1 stamina and lose 1 sanity, or lose 1 stamina and gain 1 sanity. Well, because I'm close to dying, I will lose a stamina. No, the other way around. I'm going to gain 1 stamina and lose 1 sanity, which is pretty cool, actually. That might help me quite a bit. Okay, cool. So, we're done with that. At that point, we come to the mythos phase, and if we draw one of these double doom tokens, we're host. So we'll see. Well, we don't. Is the devil reef there? No, it isn't. That's cool, because it means the woods are sealed, so we will actually gain 1 more turn. That's pretty awesome. That will possibly allow good old Jim to close that gate here. Okay, so first of all, we got to draw one of these other rifts. And it is also now totally possible that one of these things will open up, which is another problem. Yeah, well, awesome. Okay, anyway, so that's the Congregational Hospital. It is, let me see, it's this one down here. Oh boy. Okay. We got monster movement, and yeah, now some of these ugly ones will actually move, which doesn't make things easier. So this one does, and that one does. Okay. Then, let me see. That is a fast one. Chocho Priest. Whoops, he ends up here. That's okay, that doesn't hurt me too much. A deep one kind of sucks. He goes here. The zombie. So these two guys are now kind of closed in here. But maybe that's not so bad, actually. We'll see about that. It looks kind of interesting. I'm still not convinced that I'm going to lose that. We have clues at the Esoteric Order of Dagon or the Historical Society. So that's, at the end it's the Historical... No, there's a gate there, so no clues for us. And it says snow drifts. Now that's an environment again, but it doesn't affect us at the moment because only urban environments would affect us. Investigators who move into a street area must end their movement. Ugh, that sucks. That sucks for her because she wanted to go here and then close one gate. I think that's a bad thing then. They must still evade or combat any monsters in that area, however. Note that this only applies to street areas that an investigator moves into, not a street area in which he starts his movement phase. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so the good thing is that the solar eclipse is finished, so we are allowed to use spells, which will allow us to actually call the Ancient One. I kind of forgot about that. The solar eclipse would have prevented us from doing that. So yeah, now we got this snowdrift. And now it kind of becomes more and more questionable if it makes actually sense to try to go here. I don't think I'm going to have that many turns left for her. In addition, Lola. Well, let me see if this corruption thing. Yeah. Now this matches the symbol here on the. So she's got to draw 2 corruption cards at that point because she is in a downward spiral. Okay, let's see what we get. So that says Jealous Guardian. You cannot lose items unless you choose to do so, but you also cannot trade items with other investigators. Okay, I mean, that is totally horrible. And yeah, that's a total disaster. That's pretty much it. That's the end of the game. Because she cannot give away her weapons to other people. That's totally fucked up. Fuck. Choose to discard half your items or draw a corruption card. Shit. I think she wants to do that. She discards half her items, so let's see how many she has actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure. I don't think that actually spells counted items, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so she's got to discard, let's say 5. So I think I want to discard all these. 1, 2. We might be, maybe want to use that. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's a disaster. This is really going downward. This is really, I mean, you know, everything is as bad as possible. Oh, she might as well. You know what, I forgot about this shit. So then I think I want to actually, in this case, I think I'm considering keeping the enchanted jewelry and instead throwing that one away. Oh boy. I mean, okay, Patrice still has a bunch of money, so maybe she's lucky. Maybe she can somehow make it to one of the shops and get a few weapons there, or at least one weapon. But that's definitely another bummer. Now she's got to draw a second card. That's the problem. She's got to draw a second card. Nightmarish Visions. Lose 2 sanity and gain 2 clue tokens. Oh boy. I think actually this is a very, very bad thing. One of the 1,000 cult membership. That's probably something you don't want to do. So she's down to 1 sanity now. And the clue tokens, well, fuck them. I mean, maybe she can use them to get a reroll or something. But yeah, that's totally horrible, man. Totally horrible. The problem is that now we will see these guys activating more and more. I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, this is really a horrible card, actually. I wonder why anybody wants to get in there. These corruption cards simply kill you. They really do. Well, okay. Let's see that we can hold on to this shit a little longer. Trish is sitting here. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot she can do at that point. She cannot go in here because of the snow. She could simply sit at the train station. That might be the best. I mean, there are weapons possibly available if she has an encounter there. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay there, and that's all. Patrice. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna move out with Patrice. Yeah, I'm gonna move in here, but I'm also gonna spend a movement point for the true magic. And maybe I can generate a clue token here. So I gotta do a lore -1 check. I'm blessed. Excuse me. But Trish actually has to roll if she can keep her blessing. On a 1 it goes away. Oh, fuck it, man. It goes away. I'm not even surprised about that, to be honest. But, yeah. Okay, cool. There it goes, man. There it goes. Okay, it's Patrice. And she's allowed to roll... 4 dice to get a clue token. And she did. She got 2 successes here. So yeah, that gives her a clue token, which is cool. And then she can start to fight these suckers here. And I think she might... Well, the thing is, it's Patrice. Technically, Laura is more eager to fight them because she wants to get another trophy. Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna move outside. I'm just gonna spend that crap, do the true magic, and I'm not going to move outside. It doesn't make any sense for me to do that. There's nothing I can do anyway. I cannot really move around, you know. The other one, she can go there, try to do the magic, or not the magic, but try to do the fighting and gain a trophy, and then try to gain another blessing. But again, you know, I mean... It's just horrible. It totally is so fucked up, man. Losing that blessing, not being able to trade the weapons, you know. I mean, this is just... Yeah, where's the fun in that? It's a pain, you know. I'm close to calling that at that point. I'm just continuing basically because I'm recording that. But this becomes super frustrating here. So Trish stays where she is. Patrice also does. Jim moves here to the underworld. Lola, now she's going to try to attack these guys. She moves out. And what is that? Does that cost anything? No, I don't think so. But we got to do that at some time. So... She's gonna fight the monsters. Well, she might go insane, but yeah, that's life, right? I might consider moving this down here, though. Okay, so she's got a will of 4. We're gonna start fighting the zombie. That shouldn't be a big deal. So it gives her 3 dice. And she's got a success, so the horror check is fine. And fighting that guy isn't that bad. She can use the cavalry saber and the 18 derringer, which gives her +4. So she sits on 6 dice and -1. Okay, cool. So the zombie is killed. And then we're gonna fight the deep one. We have a will of 2 at that point. And we made it. Fighting is a little harder, but we can use our Ithian rifle, which gives us then, something like +6, right? Yeah, it's +6. So we got 8 dice. And we need 2 successes. Which we don't have. That's kind of a problem, but we can burn through our clue tokens. Okay. If we don't make that, we are in kind of some trouble. I mean, we still... Wait a minute, we have the enchanted jewelry. Okay, you know what? But I can only use the rifle once. That's the problem. So yeah, I think I will actually use my second clue token here, which didn't work. Great, that's really cool. I'm going to use one of Patrice's clue tokens, and this time I made it. Okay, cool. So we killed the guy, and now we have enough trophies to get ourselves another blessing. And that's then the end of the movement phase. The encounter phase. Trish is sitting at the station again. And this time she has an encounter of the expansion. So let's see which one that is. God. And there we are. It's the last card. I'll roll that. Make a fight -2 check, 2 successes as you help unload the set materials for the king in yellow. If you pass, you are rewarded. Draw 1 unique item. If you roll only 1 success, you are given 1 common item. If you fail, you overdo it and lose 1 stamina. Okay, that's not good. We have a fight -2 check. We have 2. That's my fighting value. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try to roll with her 1 die. Use one of these clue tokens and we'll see what it does. Yeah, that's not good enough. So fuck it. I'm gonna lose the stamina. Okay, there we go. Then that's not good. That's not good at all. She's already now. Well, let's see. Okay, it's her, and she. Yeah, it's Patrice. She's sitting in the church and she's having an encounter there. Okay, now that is just your standard. There we go. South Church. Father Michael convinces you that there are members of his congregation in greater need than you. Donate either half your money or half your items to the poor. Yeah, great. Okay, I'm gonna give these suckers $6. Okay, cool. No, I can't afford it. I mean, you know, I'm still in a good shape. That's okay. That's okay. And I think I would you know, I should get a blessing for spending that much money, right? But okay. So then it's Jim sitting in the other world. And we're going to start from this deck this time, or this is... Yeah, it's purple or green, basically. Okay. Is that you, Camilla? A voice calls to you in the darkness. If you flee, lose 1 stamina. If you answer... What? Pass a will... Ah, okay, I get it. Pass a will -2 check or lose 2 sanity. So I got a will of 2. Yeah, that's not too great. I think I'm gonna go with a stamina. Luckily I gained 1 last time. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for this turn. We're gonna go to the mystery phase. Let's see what we get. We have a new gate opening in the unvisited isle, and a lot of crap happening here possibly, but we'll see. Oh no, it's this. Luckily this is white, and this is black, so the corruption doesn't affect me. But of course we got a gate opening, which means she gets another clue, which is kind of cool. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4... 1 more gate and we're in trouble, but that's probably not going to happen. A relay, that's kind of this weird gate here. I'm not absolutely sure what that actually means. So if a investigator would sit on this gate, the moment it opened, the guy would be devoured. But luckily this is not the case. There's an elder thing right here. We've got to place a marker on the doom track. And let's see what that is. This is a moon and a cross. So there is no rift opening this time. Placed here. Okay. Well then, the monsters move. So these guys move to the black spaces. So this guy goes here, that guy goes here. The moon monsters also move, so this means this guy moves out here. This sucker goes right here. Guess that's it, actually. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, okay, cool. We have a clue at the science building. Picnickers panic. A careless picnicker unleashes 2 monsters on the downtown street. Okay. So let's see how many monsters are there possible left. So we have monster limit of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one more can be out there, I think. So we got this guy here, the knob K, who ends here. And another one goes into the outskirts. That's a dark yarn. Sitting there. Fine. Okay, now we gotta roll again for the blessings. Patrice. That's a 3. Jim. That's a 5. Okay. So, if it goes according to the plan now, I'm gonna finish this turn, close the gate, and then by the start of the next turn, I'm gonna call the Ancient One. That's the plan. So we kind of want to prepare for that. Let's see how we can do that. Yeah, okay. So one problem is we cannot move across the board anymore, which is just fucking awesome. Because that means I cannot give the golden trumpet to Trish, and I cannot give the spell to Patrice. Is there a way we can meet? No, there isn't. Well then, I guess calling the Ancient One is not going to be as efficient as I was hoping it would be, because otherwise I could have removed something like 7 Doom tokens. Like this, I can only remove basically 3. Oh boy. By the way, she should be at 4 sanity. This is so poor. Things could have still been fine, but not like that. Okay, Patrice, well, what is she doing? I have no clue. I mean, moving to the streets doesn't really do me any good. I might as well stay there, try to generate another clue. So I'm going to spend a movement point, going to roll 4 dice. Successful here. That gives me a clue with a true magic, and maybe I can use that for rerolls or something. So, after that, yeah, Jim is moving back from the other world to send Erasmus's home. Lola goes back into the church. And Trish, yeah, well, she's sitting in the train station. As I said, moving to the street doesn't make any sense at all, so that's all I can do. So, no matter if the Ancient One awakens now, or if I will call the Ancient One next turn, this is going to be the last encounter round here. So we start with Patrice, sitting there, and she's gonna go to this, I don't know, to this preacher. Maybe he manages to sell her some other crap. I mean, she donated a lot for the poor. Maybe it's a good idea to buy a statue of Jesus for $8 or something like that. So let's see. There we go. South Church. You interrupt an argument between Father Michael and a member of the Esoteric Order of Dagon. If you join it on the side of the Dagon, gain 2 clue tokens as you urge the man to talk. If you join on the side of the church, Father Michael's grateful smile restores 2 sanity. Well, the sanity, I'm at full sanity, and these guys are simply too greedy. I'm still, no, this time I'm not gonna give, I'm not gonna help the father. I'm gonna take the clue tokens. Jim, is that so? Yeah, it's Jim. So Jim's gonna try to close the gate. Okay, cool. That means he can make a lore check. He's got 4 lore, -1 for the gate, so he's got 3 dice. He is blessed. We got a ton of clue tokens, so that shouldn't be too hard. We could actually try to do this revelation of the script. Yeah, why not? It's a casting modifier of +1. Don't lose anything. So I'm going to do that. It gives me 5 dice. And I was successful here. So that means, its sanity costs 0. Cast and exhaust to gain +3 to all lore checks, except spell checks, until the end of this phase. Pretty neat. So that means now I have basically lore 7. That shouldn't be too hard. And I was successful here. Or, yeah, wait. Then, so yeah, that's pretty awesome because it gives me a trophy. Sadly, I cannot use that trophy to travel anywhere because the streets are blocked because of the snow. But okay, it's pretty far away anyway. Lola, Lola is sitting in here, and she has now enough trophies to get an additional blessing to somebody. And yeah, I think she's gonna go. I mean, I think she's gonna give it to herself. I guess that makes the most sense. So yeah, there we go. And, well, Trish is sitting up here, so she can have another encounter at the train station, and maybe she's going to do another... Okay, now this time it's a different encounter here. It's also... There are only 4 of the expansion encounters, and I roll for them, because I'm not willing to shuffle for them. So there is a good chance that you draw the same twice if you hang out there, but it's not the case in here. The porter went into that train car half an hour ago, and he hasn't come out. If you investigate, you find his mutilated corpse clutching an item. Lose 2 sanity, but draw 1 common item. You know what? Fuck it, man, it's Trish. That's a big deal. You know, I think I cannot do it because if I wanna cast a spell, I'm gonna lose 3 sanity anyway to remove 3 of these tokens. It's such a shame I cannot take the trumpet. Oh man, this is so frustrating. I could remove 6 tokens that way because I have enough clue tokens to make that spell work. I really had a realistic chance that way, I think. But like that, oh boy, this is so frustrating. Well, it's not gonna work, I can't do it, and yeah, I'm not gonna get that item, obviously. Well, okay, there we go. I mean, there's one last chance. The thing is, if the Ancient One does not awaken, and we get another environment card, I will be able to meet with her, with Patrice, and do the exchange. So that would be worth waiting one more turn. I might consider that. But we'll see what happens. So I'm not allowed to do that, which means we come now to the mystery phase, right? And yeah, we'll see if the Ancient One, if Cthulhu awakens or not. Well, he doesn't. Sadly, the weather stays the same. Yeah, that's great. You know, the thing is, I mean, we could gamble on a weather change and simply wait. If the guy awakens at some point or not. But the problem is that I can remove 3 for sure. And I have a slight chance to remove 6. Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. Okay, let's go through this crap first. So first, basically, all the guys move. But that means we get no additional rift things here. This is triggered. So yeah, one of these corruption cards is actually triggered. Oh, wait a minute, I made a mistake. Actually, that was not even necessary to do. Choose to discard half here. I only have to do that if this specific thing shows up. Okay, I already did that, so therefore I think I'm fine here. That's interesting. Yeah, I forgot about that. And actually, I also should not have gained the 2 clue tokens, I think. See, I thought they would take effect immediately, but that's not the case. So you know what? I'm going to remove 2 clue tokens from her to fix that. I think that makes sense. And then I'm not going to discard any additional items. I think I'm fine with that now. Okay, so then we're going to see the monster movement. Let's see. I don't think we have any squares. These ones here. Yeah, that one's white. So this sucker moves down here. Oh, actually there is a square here. This guy moves here. This guy moves here. What about the moons? One goes here. That guy goes here. Hexagons. No hexagons. And the others then go to the black. They follow the black path. It's basically like this. This guy moves out of here. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay, let's see. Next act begins. The terror level is increased by 1. Well, okay, that's no problem at all. The next act of the charity performance of the King in Yellow has begun. Okay, so this thing goes up, and yeah, basically I don't care about that. I mean, whatever. I mean, I could remove an elder sign. It doesn't really hurt, you know. Just to make sure that I don't lose on a super stupid way, I might as well remove an elder sign. It's not that important, I think. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna remove an elder sign from the woods. I don't think it's important, but maybe if for some stupid reason, whatever. You know, because the next card simply says you lose. The first player must put... Oh, the first player... must put the top card of the deck into play. Well, then I think I'm not sure exactly, but I think it simply starts. I think there is nothing you can do against that. Enters play. It's not that clear. Well, no, I think you can. It says when it enters play, and then you can still react and remove it. I'm not totally sure about that. It's kind of strange, but I think it's okay to do that. The first player gains a clue token. So yeah, now it's the big thing, you know. Now it's the question. Well, first of all, I want to actually light the ritual candles, you know, go for the big ritual now during the movement phase. So this goes here. So first it's Jim Culver, okay. What is he going to do? Now this is refreshed. Wow, that's pretty cool actually. Look at that. Cast an exhaust while in Arkham to add +2 to the combat check. I think you cannot use that during the during the battle of the old one. I might actually have misplaced that earlier on, but I don't know. Well, I'm not going to do anything with him. Why would I move into the street while the snow is out there? Lola Hayes, yeah, she starts a dark ritual in the church. And she starts the ritual candles there. All investigators bring +2 to spell checks. While the candles burn, they will basically burn for 2 turns. You know what shit. Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay, here's the thing. I wonder if I can actually trade. Well, what I can do is, I'm not sure if I can trade. No, I cannot trade items. Wait a minute. That's the Jealous Guardian. You cannot lose items. Yeah, but you cannot trade them. So she can probably also not receive any items. So here's the thing, I'm going to check that. I wonder if delayed investigators can still fight. Let me see about that. I think they should actually. If they can still fight the Ancient One, that's... I think as long as they are not in time and space, they will actually... There we go. Yeah, that's actually cool. Only if they're lost in time and space, they are devoured. Otherwise, they can still fight. So, you know what I'm considering? I wonder if I can use the arcane insight and then go insane. Is it allowed to go willingly insane? Well, I'm not sure. I'm going to check that. I'm not sure, but I think I can. But before we do that, we got to check for the blessings. So it's Lola. She's fine. It's Patrice. She's fine. It's Jim. He's also good. Okay, now here's my idea. I want to see if there is maybe a weather card in the upcoming 3 cards. If that's the case, then Trish and Patrice will get a chance, maybe, to trade the trumpet, which would be extremely valuable. So I want to do that. And I'm willing to take some kind of mental damage to do that. So we got a casting modifier of -4. So bring this up. The thing is, we got the +2 because of the ritual candles. We got to spend our sanity, which drives us insane. And it brings us to the asylum. But I think that's okay. And we're going to draw an madness card in a minute. Okay. Well, that means I got basically 2 dice to make that check. And I'm successful, so I'm allowed to check up the top 3 cards and choose one and choose how to place them. And look at that, we got actually an environment card here. Now that's kind of interesting. That is interesting as hell. Yeah, great. What? During the Mythos phase, each player whose investigator is in a street area must roll a die. Okay, that's not so bad. So the thing is, but the problem is, a gate will open at the science farm, at the science building, which will awaken the Elder One. Fuck. So we can't make it. We just cannot make it. But there are other environments. Look at that. Look at that. We have this one, which opens a gate in the woods. And that one opens a gate in the Black Cave. Okay, well, at least we know. That is really a shame, you know. But okay, we know now that we hadn't removed the Elder sign in the woods, but instead at the unnameable. We could have used that. Well, okay, at least we know, no matter what we do, in the next turn the Elder One will awaken. That means, and by the way, I'm going to draw a madness card at that point. Despondent. If you ever lose 3 or more sanity at once, you are devoured. Okay, that's not going to happen, I guess. And that means I'm at my full sanity again. But I'm still delayed, but that doesn't matter now. Okay, so here's the thing now. Now I know. You do this during the upkeep phase, the arcane insight, okay? So we now know that this is going to be the last turn. Which means I might as well call the Ancient One now, without the trumpet, and remove at least 3 tokens. Okay, that's it. It's as simple as that. And I think she is actually first. So she can't do anything because she's delayed. Good old Trish. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what happens now. Any phase. So she could technically let the others do movement or something if she wants to. I don't think we want to do that. No. So yeah, fuck it, man. Call the Ancient One. Casting modifier, -3, sanity cost 3. Okay, so the problem is we can only spend 3 sanity. However, can we spend it all? Go crazy? I don't think we can do that. I don't think I can do that. So I'm going to spend 3. And fuck, I don't have enough monster trophies. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know how I thought I could, but I can't. I thought I simply have to do the check and the thing, but I can't do it anyway. So yeah, it's not going to work. That means we got to go through this. We got to go through this turn. Again, nobody's going to move because we simply want to get an encounter, and maybe we find something interesting. Lola is at the, well, she's not at the bank, she's in the asylum. So I'm not even sure if she gets an encounter. I think she does though. But no, she's out of play. I don't think she gets an encounter. Trish Scarborough has an encounter at the train station. And this is again one of these encounters where you have from the expansions. So but this time it is the first one here, one on top. Pass a luck +1 check to find an unlabeled crate and draw both one unique item and one common item. You must either purchase both of them at list price or discard them both. Well, I can't afford to do that. This is crap. I have a single buck. So, well, anyway, let's do the luck test. Maybe it makes any difference. It was luck -2 or something, so it's I think it's a 1. No way. Patrice still hanging out in the church. Father Michael directs you to the box for donations and tells you to take what you need. Ooh, I can take something. Great. So I'm going to take a common item. $2 are a common item. So I'm going to take a common item. Maybe I'll find something of interest. A hand camera. Well, I can at least make a picture of Cthulhu. Yeah, great. That's pretty pointless. Jim Culver. Sitting at St. Emerald's house. By the way, if he closes a token, it becomes a stable location. If he closes a gate and in Kingsport, it becomes a stable location, and as a reward he gets a clue token. So, St. Erasmus's home, that's the name. The old boys have lured you into a game of high-stakes cards. Make a luck -1 check. Well, I think I'm pretty good at luck, actually. I got a +1 luck. So it's 3, and I'm blessed. So I made that easily. You not only keep your money, you gain one unique item in the process. Now that's cool. Let's hope for something of value here. Still need a good weapon or something. Oh, look at that. The Gladius of Carcosa. That's not that great. Yeah, the bad thing is, I mean, it's actually pretty good. It's better than the staff of the Pharaoh, yeah. It would be great in combination with another one-handed weapon, for example, but sadly, this stupid lady is not allowed to trade. That's such a shame, man. But still, that's not too bad. Okay, and I guess that's it. Yeah, that's then the end. So, we're going to draw the last card here, and guess what? Another gate appears that fills up the Doom track, and Cthulhu awakens. Now on a 7 or 8 I'm going to go with these final battle cards. That is not the case, we're just going to play it the good old-fashioned way. So Yeah, let's see. So the thing is, if I remember that right, we start right away with an upkeep phase. So that also means we have to roll for the blessings, which is a bad thing. But okay, so Lola goes first. Patrice and Jim. Okay, cool. So, what do we do? Well, we gotta kind of give everyone the right weapons. I mean, she is not allowed to use any weapons anyway. But she's allowed to push her fight to 4. She's allowed to push the fight to 4 too. And something has to go back because she can only do 5 spaces overall. Patrice, she also puts her fight to 4, of course. He is already at maximum. Now I think if we give the gladius to her, she's got a +5, which is clearly better than the +3 that comes from this Staff of the Pharaoh. And we can give the shotgun to Jim. Although I wonder, well, what are the odds? You know, I think I'm going to keep the shotgun with Patrice and going to give the rifle to Jim. Because she can use more dice, and a 2 does 2 successes. Okay. So let's do that. We start fighting. Lola, she uses the rifle. That's a +6. Basically, that means we gotta subtract 6 because Cthulhu subtracts 6. And yeah, I mean, you know, things would be different if we could subtract 6 of these doom tokens. But I kind of messed this up. I should have played on that card, you know. I could have tried to somehow collect 6 trophies, and then maybe instead of discarding them to get another blessing or so, I should have somehow tried to do that. With the trumpet and clue tokens, maybe I could have actually done it. But okay, whatever now. It's too late for that. We got a blessing, means we got 4 dice left. And let's hope for the best here. Oh, well, that's not the best, I guess. It's just a single hit. The problem is, because there's still one more gate open here, we need 5 hits to remove a single clue token. Okay. So it's her. She's got a fight value of 4 plus 4, so she only has 2 dice. That's not even a single hit. Patrice, oh, actually she not even had the blessing. Patrice is sitting on a 4, so she has 4 dice. No, she also has only 2 dice, actually. Not a hit. And Jim Culver is, well, he's got 4 dice. He's got 3 dice at least. Well, that's a hit. Okay, I mean, the thing is now that after Cthulhu attacks, 1 doom token is placed back in Cthulhu's doom track. Okay, anyway, he takes 2 hits. I think it's pretty clear where this is going, and honestly, I think I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, I mean, we managed to remove 1 token now, and it comes back. Now, here's the thing. We got basically 3 turns left. Okay, these guys are sitting on... yeah, they have 3 turns left, but it's not going to reduce to 2, actually, yeah. So they got all 2 turns left. Everyone who has basically a 4 as a value has 2 turns left. So she's got 2 turns. That gives her basically, I don't know, 8 dice overall. She gets 2. So we got 16 dice with these 2 guys. And she's got 1 more turn. That gives her another... another 6 dice. Okay, so that's going to be 22 dice. Let's say it's all a success. That means we would be able to bring him down to... We need to do 5 damage. So we would be able to bring him down something like here, right? He is able to recover back to here there. And so even if we do the double successes here, maybe we can do it to 9 or so. So I think this is good, you know. I don't want to, I mean, what the fuck. Yeah, okay, I mean, that's the end of the game, and I think Arkham Horror is one of my favorites, but this was a super frustrating experience. It was not enjoyable at all. The main reason was obviously that card right at the beginning of the game. I think I might maybe remove that card. I think it's not cool at all. It just fucks you up, and that's all. The one that basically discards all the clue tokens, yeah, that's it. I mean, that at that point the game was basically lost, and yeah, that's it, right? I mean, if you lose your game in the first turn, it's not a good thing, and that's what happened. Let's be honest, that's what happened here. So yeah, this card is going to go away. I'm not going to use that card again in my place. It's just stupid. So it was very frustrating. I didn't enjoy it. I got to say that clearly. And yeah, hope to my next game of this is going to be a better experience. I usually really enjoy them a lot. It's a fantastic game, and what I usually appreciate about that is that it's not quite as luck dependent as some other games of the series, especially Eldritch Horror, which often comes up with shit like that. But in this case, it obviously was totally ridiculous. I mean, to a point where, as I said, it just becomes annoying. Anyway, hope to see you on the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.